Hello everyone, it's Justine. Today I have 5 different cards to show you using the Winter Wonderland collection. Now this collection just came out today on Spellbinders, so it's kind of like a little card kit, but they're separate pieces. So there's a number of things that are in this collection. So there's the paper pad, there's the printed die cuts, there's 2 different packs of those, and then alphabet stickers that are gold and puffy, and then there's Christmas glitter sentiment stickers. So there's all sorts of things, and it's a neat little collection. So all of those items are sold separately, and all together they make some really fun cards. So the die cuts match the paper, like you can see there. The little tag that I have on the right matches the paper from the paper pad. So this is another really fun way to make some really cool cards and not have to worry about coordinating things yourself, because this collection is all designed to work together. With that being said, you do have to kind of think about, how you want to design things yourself on your cards, but all the materials that you're working with are all meant to go together, which is just perfect because it gives you a chance to really just make some beautiful things without having to pull different materials from different places and try to make them work together. It's all ready to go. And I really loved the light blue, kind of purpley tone that there are to some of the sentiments. So I made 2 kind of blue purpley cards and loved them. I'm also adding to all of the 5 cards that I made today these little discs. Now these are new to Spellbinders, and this is the gold color. There are a number of different colors. So there's scarlet, which is a red color, silver, gold, and black. And these are sequins without the holes punched in the center. So they are little discs, and they are gorgeous as little embellishments. And one thing that I really love about them is the way that the light hits them. They're very shiny, and since they are made of that sequin material, they are very light and they will not weigh your card down. So I know a lot of times when I go to mail a card, I might have to put an extra stamp on it for the weight of it, or because it is bumpy, and these little smooth discs are quite flat. They won't be adding a ton of weight to your card. Now, there are 3 different sizes of the discs. There are 4 millimeters, 5 millimeters, and 6 millimeters. And the package comes with 1/4 ounce. So that tells you how heavy they are, because look at all of those in that package. And all of them together is 1/4 ounce. It's hardly anything. So they're nice and light and catch the light. Huh. What a little nice moment that was. Anyway, like I said, I loved this blue kind of periwinkle purpley color, so I chose a purple color to go behind this pattern paper and arranged all of my little elements on my card. Then I'm going to take my glue and glue everything down. Now, as I've said in previous videos, if you use craft tape, I would be very careful to pull it off gently, because some of my sentiments here are foiled, and I'm just, you can kind of see on the tape that some of the gold foiling came off. So just be cautious, and I cannot wait to try the best tape ever. That's the yellow craft tape that Spellbinders has on their website. I just haven't gotten around to ordering it because I still have quite a bit of that purple tape, so I'm going to use up that first and then order the yellow. Be a responsible adult, and see how that goes. The yellow tape might do the same thing, or it might not, so I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing what happens. My next 3 cards are going to be a little bit more the red and green traditional Christmas colors. So I have a scrap of my pattern paper, and I'm just going to cut kind of like a wiggle in it, and I do this to create kind of like the land for my card to be on. I think that with pattern paper like this, where it's pretty white, if I just popped my truck down on the paper, it would get a little lost. So I like that I'm using up my scrap and creating a little bit of ground. Then I'm going to nestle in my little sentiment into the wreath and put the candy cane behind the sentiment. Then I will adhere all of that big collage piece, right onto the top of my card. Then I'm going to add a little sentiment. This is the little banner ones, just to go under it. And since there are so many sentiments in the die cut shapes, I had to just add it on because it looked really nice. Then for whatever reason, I didn't put my adhesive on my corners very well, so I'm just going to take my liquid glue and give it a squish. There we go. Then I'm going to add my gold discs like the other cards. And if I didn't say it before, I don't think I did, but the gold discs are kind of like a little shallow plate. So when I'm adding on my gold drop, or my glue, I make sure that my glue drop is big enough so it's going to fill up that plate area, because I have only used these discs with the plate side down, so as if the plate was sitting upside down on a counter. But you could flip them the other way. Just caution, if you're going to use them, use enough glue so they don't pop off, is basically what I'm saying. Anyway, this card is one of my favorites because the gingerbread man is so darling. So I made a little background for his little house to go on, and again I'm using a scrap paper to make land. So I'll just chop off the bottom of this card base there and it will be all ready to go. Now when I add on scrap papers like this, I just have to be kind of mindful about the edges. So I want to make sure that the paper goes from side to side and it's not going to end up being short. And if it's just a little short, I'll either pull in something to cover it up or cut it smaller so it looks more intentional, even though it probably wasn't. Then I'm going to finish this card off by adding my little Merry Christmas sentiment and my gold discs. I loved this little gingerbread tag that was on the top, but I didn't add any ribbon or anything to it. But I think if I was going to remake this card, I probably would add something to that little hole besides a gold disc, which is what I am doing right now. But a gem or a disc is a really easy way to fill up a tag hole if you don't want to put any kind of string or anything on it. Now this card brings in some pinks, which I love pink, and it's kind of like a cutesy Christmas card. So there's this kind of plaid pattern, and I have a light pink piece of cardstock that I'd had in my pink scrap area. So I'll just put that right on, and then I'm going to lay out my pieces without gluing them on first, just to make sure everything fits. Then I'm going to put on my sentiment, and it's good that I checked because my little tree and gifts would have to be moved down, and if they were glued, I would have had to figure out something else, but luckily I didn't have to. These little gifts are, I think, chipboard thickness, and then I have my tree there. Then with this little banner sentiment, I will add some liquid glue and put it off to the side, just like that. I'm almost finished with my 5th card here, so if you've liked this video or any of the cards in the video, hit the like button and let me know. And if you'd like to, let me know in the comments your favorite card that I made here today. And if you're interested in seeing more videos from me, I do have quite a few videos on my channel, so subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can see more videos. It really does help my channel out to hit the like button and subscribe, because it reaches more people, and it also helps YouTube recommend videos to you that you might like. So thank you again for watching all the way to the end here, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye!